Okay, so how can you be in a state of forgiveness at all times? Seems monumental. It seems impossible. But with practice, you'll find that it's not. I am forgiveness. I am. How did I get there? Well, one of the mindset mantras that I adopted for myself was, no one steals my joy. And if you watch my other videos, this is connected to not giving your power away. So really think about this with me. If you allow somebody else's beliefs, opinions, behavior, words affect you, affect your internal environment, that's going to be pretty messed up. And a lot of people are messed up. A lot of people are on a continual basis of being offended. I'm never offended, and I do not take things personally. Because if I were, I would be letting someone else steal my joy. I don't let anybody steal my joy. Now let me preface this so you fully understand here. That doesn't mean I don't ever have sadness or even can feel momentary anger. That's the idea with our emotions, to be honest. Emotions are beautiful. They're meant to be felt, processed, expressed, investigated. So an injustice just happened within my family where a young 5-month-old baby died. Now, I was sad over that. I grieved. I cried. But deep down, my joy is not stolen. Because I'm not going to give anything or anyone else's bad behavior my power. I still have my internal environment of joy and peace. And yes, I'm doing things to help the situation, to be supportive. But, that's kind of a bigger example. But let's just talk about those everyday things. You're having a conversation with someone and they say something that someone would deem hurtful. That was hurtful. I get it. When you still have residual wounds, a lot of things are threatening to the wounded ego inside. That wounded ego inside is threatened by anything that it perceives a threat to its survival, its pleasure seeking. So, this is definitely a practice. And I had to practice for quite a long time for it to become natural for me. But I've laid out kind of all the work, the heart work that you can do so that you can be in this state of continual peace and joy. It's what I have no matter what's going on in the world, no matter what's going on around me. Of course, I also recognize that I am spirit. That's the fabric of who I really am. So that belief helps me. You don't have to have that belief. But all of my beliefs help me remain in a state of peace and joy and love. So if you ask yourself the question, is that stealing my joy? Is give them their actions my power if I allow my joy and peace to be taken? So I want to talk about, I was watching a podcast of some sort between a guy and a gal. And this gal was offended by his words, by his beliefs. And he was actually trying to create understanding. But she had already decided in her head that if people believe differently than me on a particular subject, they're not worth talking to. They're not worth speaking to. And I have anger and frustration in my heart because of them. That's literally what happened. I'm being real, and you guys know it's out there. So I watched it, and then, I turned it off because I don't really need to watch someone else choose wounded ego, choose to let someone take their power away, choose to let someone steal their joy. She does not have joy because of the beliefs of someone else. That is not sanity. It's not sanity. You're choosing insanity for yourself. You're choosing suffering. And it's kind of become societal's way of dealing with it. And it's just not healthy. It's going to create a lot more mental illness. It will. I'm just being real. So if you don't want to suffer, if you want to experience more joy, try it. Try that mantra. I don't let anyone steal my joy. You do you. You do your journey. I'm going to do mine. As you can see, I don't have resentment towards someone for their choices on their journey. They will have to account for themselves. Because if we really truly believe in this law of attraction, we don't have to worry about revenge. We don't have to get involved in the anger for long. Again, emotions were meant to be felt momentarily, not for a long time. You can feel that anger, then it's gone. Like children. That's what children teach us. Children have an emotion, they express it, sometimes dramatically, and then they're done. That's what we can learn from children. So, feel that feeling, and then it's felt. It's not stuck inside you. You can let it go, and you can stay in your joy. Okay? Would love to help you on this. I've got tons of resources. Check below, and you'll find a ton there. All right. Enjoy your joy and your peace today.